Hello everyone, it's Fabio from Queatles and Been, and today I wanted to make a video to share something that I've been asked a lot since my little experiments with Queen and Beatles songs came out. And it's about the guitar that I use for this purpose. So the instrument that I use to make the guitar sounds. And this is the one. You probably have seen this on the channel because every now and then I practice replicating the Brian May solos. So there is a whole collection of Brian May solos played on this guitar. And as you can see, it's another red special. It is red, it is kind of special, but it's another red special. And it's actually a very cheap guitar that I bought I guess longer than 20 years ago when I was in my hometown and I was playing for a local singer, and I needed an instrument that had to be very cheap and affordable and light and easy to carry around, and that I wouldn't be too sorry if someone would crash it. Thing that happened. I don't know if you can see here, there is a bump here because a manager of the singer opened the trunk of the van where all our instruments were, and it just fell to the ground, and I didn't care because it was very expensive. It's labeled, I don't know if you can see here, Jim Reed. And this is the name of a small company owned by a luthier in the south of Italy that was kind of popular. You could find these instruments in stores at the beginning of the 2000s, and it cost me like 350 euros, something like that. And it was just a cheap guitar, mahogany body, which is weird for a Strat. And this is like this flame top. It's just a thin photograph, basically. So it's fake. And the regular maple neck with a rosewood fretboard of some kind. So just your regular Strat. And I used that year for that singer, but then eventually I purchased a new real guitar, much more expensive, which is also a guitar handmade by a luthier in Naples, in a company called Sansone. And it's this guitar here, which is my real instrument. Okay, it's like a Tele slash Strat slash Jazzmasters. It has it all. It's a great instrument. This is the one that I use 99% of the time. So this stayed in a closet for, I don't know, like 15 years or something, but never used. And then one day I thought I could do something interesting with it. And I brought it to my dear friend Raffaele Lombardi, who also is a luthier and a guitar tech here in Lunigiana, where I live now. We are a great friend, we play together. I brought to him this guitar and asked him to be creative and to do something with it. And I wanted to be allowed to do music and to do the red special thing with this. And so we thought a little bit about it. I didn't want the whole, switch system that the red special has. And so what we did instead was to install a thing called Superswitch. A Superswitch is a selector, like a blade selector, that it has the five regular, the five regular position of a Strat that you know. I don't know. And all the five position of a Strat. But when you press a button here, okay, it activates other five positions that are different. So in the first position, rather than having just the bridge pickup activated, it has bridge and middle in series. In the second position, it's these two in parallel here, and this one in series with this one. So these two in series and this in parallel. In the third position, it's the three pickups all in series. So the signal goes through here to here. In the fourth position, I have the Telecaster configuration. So I have neck and bridge in parallel, like a Telecaster. And then in the fifth position, I have middle and neck in series. So I didn't have all of the combination that I can have with a Red Special, but I kind of have the main one. Okay, the ones that I guess Brian May uses the most. So these two in series, these two in series, these three in series. So once I had this, I had a lot of choices, and the sound of the guitar could resemble a little bit more. There was still one thing missing, and that one thing missing was the out of phase situation. So what I did, I used the push-pull here. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but this goes, okay. And when I do this, what happens is that I just reverse the phase of the middle pickup. So whenever I have these two in series, they would be out of phase. Whenever I use these two in series, these would be out of phase. And so I can have the out of phase option, okay? And so this way, without changing the whole, the whole situation here and having the 6 switches that the Red Special has, I found a way to have all the main sounds that Brian May uses, the main configuration of the signal, and so that was a start. The other thing is, for my Queatles and Been project, I only use Logic. So let's give it a look. As you can see here, I use the plugin called Pedalboard. It is this one. And in this pedalboard, there are two very convenient pedals, simulation of pedals. One is a treble booster called High Drive that I just crank up all the way. And another one is called the Vibe that simulates the delicate modulation of a Hammond. When I activate this with a very slow rate and kind of a big depth, I have a delicate modulation of the sound. It kind of reminds me of what the old choruses that Brian May used to use on his guitar. Kind of the situation that you can hear in the Starlix video, the famous Starlix video where he shows his gear. The other thing is just, I thought to be philologic, okay? So he uses a Vox AC30. I have a simulation of a Vox AC30, all cranked up, all but the treble, but gain, bass, and mids are always to 10. Treble flat, presence flat, and I use this simulator has also the chance to change the microphones. So this gives a little difference. There's a difference in the EQ that the guitar has. And what I did was using the ribbon, which kind of filters the high frequencies. And I moved the mic further away, so it's not on the center. So once again, it filters a little bit the high frequencies. So by doing this, I kind of have a basic Red Special sound where it's all cranked up, like this. like in this situation here. You get the idea, right? And also, when you go to the out of phase situation, we have those sounds like. So all these basic sounds, those are not all the elements, though, that I use to make it work. There is one more thing that I do, because there is also this other element that I think it's key to give the sound the right presence, and it's reverb. Reverb is something that is very much overlooked by guitarists. I'm friends with lots of people who play a Red Special, play Queen stuff, and most of the time they don't care about reverb. Now, in a live situation I can understand, but when you are in a recording situation, like the ones that I deal with for the most part, it's key to have the right ambient, the right reverberation of the sound. Also because it does not only thickens the sound, but also gives it a lot more substance. I will give you an example. This is the sound without the reverb. And this is with the reverb. So basically, this is the basic recipe that I use on all the Queatles and Been sound. And the final thought about this is, actually, it's not that close. I have been, and I'm very grateful for that, I've been praised from people from all over the world, you know, asking me whether I had a Red Special or if I was using a DC amp, because of how close the sound of the guitars that were recorded are to the sound of the Red Special. The truth is that there is a difference between two concepts, and these two concepts are tone and sound. Now, tone is what comes out of the instrument. When it comes to tone, it is kind of close, but not that much. You definitely need a real thing to do a real tone, like the one that comes out of the amp of Brian May rig. And this guitar have different pickups. Those are Fender noiseless. Those aren't Burns Trisonic or nothing like that. They're very different. The scale of the instrument is different, and this changes dramatically the sound of the instrument. So the scale is this distance from this point here to this point here. The Red Special is slightly shorter, okay? And then this pickup here, as you can see, is slanted. So it has an angle, it's not straight. And the Red Special has this pickup here straight and very close to the bridge. This is further away from the bridge and it's slanted, it has an angle. So this changes a lot, the timbre, the tone, it's not close. The truth is, it doesn't matter, because it's sound it's what matters. And sound is not just the tone, it's the tone plus something else. All the musical information that come from a playing of someone. So when I play, I try to channel the more than I can, the way that Brian May touches and thinks of melody. So this is why I guess most people recognize the sound of Brian May. It's not because of the rig. The rig doesn't count. Ear become before gear. Okay, so I think that what makes it so similar, it's more the approach, the way that I touch the guitar, the way that I think of melodies. When I do that, I try to channel the way that I think Brian May has. So to do the... It's more a way of the way I use the hands, and not so much the way the instrument sounds per se. So this is, I think, all about the guitar. I hope this was interesting and it was fun. A new video just came out like 4 days ago with my version of You Got Hired Your Love Away in the style of Queen, let's say around 76 or something. And I hope you guys watched it and you liked it. Let me know if you have more questions or if you have ideas for new videos. I have a new idea for a new mashup between songs of Queen and Beatles, and you will learn about it, hopefully, as soon as I have time. And so I guess I'll see you around. Ciao!